Straight ahead, we'll look at the growing concerns and outrage about the police response to the tragedy in Texas. Plus,
I've been fighting, for 30 years. I've been fighting floods out here.
See how some area residents are still stuck in their homes as their flood fight continues. And what construction crews are calling the worst road in Fargo will get some much needed repairs. Valley News Live at 10 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 10.
How come you can't protect these poor children? No one needed to die.
Good evening, I'm Justin Betty, and that is from a walkout today at Buffalo High School in Minnesota. One of many walkouts across the nation organized by students calling for action in the wake of the Texas elementary school shooting. Tonight there is also growing pressure on law enforcement in Texas for not doing enough to limit the damage. Tom Yamas explains.
Tonight, Texas police facing reporters from around the world trying to clarify the timeline of Tuesday's massacre, but their answers raising even more questions.
We're still grabbing a lot of information.
Authorities say the gunman crashed his grandmother's truck at 11:28 a.m. Witnesses report seeing him carrying a long gun and a bag. He fired at two people outside of a funeral home across the street before heading to the elementary school. At 11:30, the first 911 call came in. This video shows the gunman dressed in black, long gun in hand, entering the school 10 minutes later at 11:40. Police say the doors appeared to be unlocked. As for whether or not anyone tried to stop him from entering, yesterday, Director of the Texas Department of Public Safety said this.
There was a brave Consolidated Independent School District resource officer that approached him, engaged him, and at that time, gunfire was not exchanged.
But today, the department telling me this.
Was there a school officer on campus, and was that school officer armed? Because that's what we've been told.
So at this time? No. There was not an officer readily available armed. No.
Was there an officer?
No.
Why?
Nothing. I can't answer that yet. I'll circle back with you.
4 minutes after the shooter entered, local police arrived at 11:44. The shooter fired at them, so the officers retreated and called for reinforcements.
We need specialty equipment. We need body armor. We need precision riflemen, negotiators. They're also evacuating personnel, students, teachers.
A tactical team arrived at 12:47.
U.S. Border Patrol tactical teams arrive. They make entry, shoot and kill the suspect.
Police acknowledging the shooter was in the classroom for an hour before they were able to take him out. In that time, 19 children were shot and killed, along with 2 of their teachers. Video taken after the shooting rampage shows loved ones being restrained outside the school, unable to get to the children, begging officers there to charge in.
It's Tom Yamas reporting. A vigil for the victims will be held in Moorhead tomorrow, put on by a group that went to that elementary school in Texas where the shooting took place. They now live in our area. That event is scheduled for tomorrow night from 6:30 to 7:30 at Davie Memorial Park. Outside, I think everyone happy with the conditions tonight, and we're gearing up for another few more warm days ahead. Here's First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson with the details. Hutch.
Justin, thanks so much. Good evening, everyone. What an awesome day it was. We do have a cloud drifting over the area right now. All in all, though, it's a beautiful evening still. As we take a look at temperatures across the valley, we do see some cooler 50s off to the east, but we're still, for the majority of us, in the 60s. As we look at a few showers passing through Winnipeg with some thunder and lightning, those may clip that Lake of the Woods area later. We have first alert weather days for Sunday and for Memorial Day, and we have a chance at strong thunderstorms each day from Friday night all the way through your Memorial Day. Now, we could have some morning storms Saturday and Sunday in the morning, but many of our daylight hours through the weekend will be pleasant. If storms pop up, make sure you have the Valley News Live weather app handy because, well, they could be strong to severe. I'll go over the timing on all of those with the latest, but for tonight, Just fantastic out there. Just a lovely evening, and it continues into your morning hours. We start with the 50s tomorrow, and I'll have details on a warm-up, and we'll talk more about the timing of storms so you can plan your weekend in a minute.
All right, thanks, Hutch. And speaking of storms, it's a good idea to keep that VNL weather app handy for forecasts right at your fingertips so you can see what's coming. You can download and use it for free. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store today. Well, now that our weather has changed and the snow is gone, it's clear there are some roads in Fargo that are in need of repairs. Some have potholes, others have cracks, but Public Works officials say 32nd Avenue South is the worst road in town. Valley News Team's Aaron Walling spoke with crews working to change that.
According to Fargo Public Works, 32nd Avenue South is the worst road in town.
On a scale of 1 to 10, that one is number 10. That's the worst one out there right now.
The team has been battling potholes there for months, battling the elements and distracted drivers.
You got the cones out here, you got the lights, you got the trucks out here, you got high-vis shirts. I mean, sometimes that still doesn't stop people. People are distracted. It just takes one split second and things could go bad for you. So it's always in the back of your mind, but you can't focus on it because you got to get the job done.
Ben Dow, the Public Works Director in Fargo, says there are potholes and cracks all along the roadway, with the road resembling Swiss cheese.
There's nothing left of that road. The underside is gone. The concrete is spalling out. And so we can put asphalt in there in the potholes, and there's nothing for it to adhere to.
Which means it's a continuous battle to get the road back into driving shape.
Never ending, but hopefully now with the real mix, we're putting tack down, so hopefully now it stays for a long time.
But the guys try to keep the spirits up by cracking a joke or two to break up the day.
Try to keep it funny, try to joke around, keep the morale up. I mean, it's a lot of mix to shovel. It's a lot, so.
In Fargo, Aaron Walling, Valley News Live.
They hope there's a plan made in June to help move along the repairs on 32nd Avenue South. New tonight, as the weather warms up, authorities are urging motorcycle safety. One person was hurt in this crash today. Happened on I-94 just after 2 this afternoon. Highway Patrol says a 20-year-old man from Moorhead was speeding, weaving in and out of traffic at a high rate of speed on that motorcycle when he rear-ended a car and was thrown from the bike over the car. He was taken to Sanford Hospital in Fargo. We have an update on the trial of a man charged with shooting 3 people inside a Fargo bar. A jury is now deliberating whether Brandon Grant of Fargo acted in self-defense. That trial is set to wrap up tomorrow. Police say the shooting happened outside the Bismarck Tavern after Willie Earl Carr Jr., Tommy Trent, and John Clemens attacked Grant inside last February. Police say Grant fired 13 bullets, which he says were all in self-defense. All 3 men survived, however. 2 of them have pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct in connection to the attack. The other was not charged. Looking ahead to tomorrow, several FM area police and sheriff's departments are holding a news conference to discuss how specifically they plan to restore mutual aid between the North Dakota and the Minnesota agencies. It's been on hold for more than a year now since Minnesota's use of force laws changed back in 2020. The conference is set for tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon. We'll provide you updates here on Valley News Live as well as online on our app, website, and Facebook pages. Bemidji police are looking for your help finding a 12-year-old girl who they believe ran away. Latea Faye Cloud was last seen earlier today on Middle School Drive. They say she is 5'4", about 125 pounds, with shoulder-length dark hair, and was last seen wearing a red sweatshirt. If you have any information, you're asked to please contact Bemidji Police. Also new tonight, Hospice of the Red River Valley has started construction on what's known as Heather's House, a freestanding hospice house that'll serve patients and families around the region. The care center is located at the 3800 block of 56th Avenue South in Fargo. It's been a dream, they say, for more than a decade. Hospice of the Red River Valley says demand for hospice services is higher than ever. Right now, they serve more than 400 hospice patients every day, and they say the need for end-of-life care is only expected to grow in the near future. District 64 on Broadway and NP Avenue in Fargo welcomed its first guests early this afternoon. They're serving up drinks with the club and dance floor expected to open on the first floor in the coming weeks. The grand opening comes just one day after both Borrowed Bucks in Fargo and Moorhead's Speakeasy restaurant announced they are closing soon, due in large part to staffing issues.
Fingers crossed. We haven't felt it yet, but trust me, we know what's out there. We know it's tough, but you can't be afraid to try new things just because there's going to be challenges, because that you would never try new things.
She says a full kitchen's expected to open there this fall. Right now they're starting out with just small plates and appetizers. Still